How are you, Mocha? I love you too. And it's a wonderful, gorgeous day, and there's a bit of a chill in the air, so I think we should make some cornbread. Are you ready? Let's go to the kitchen.
So come to Mara's kitchen, see what's going on. Come to Mara's kitchen, breaking up a storm. Come to Mara's kitchen, we got it going on.
Hey, welcome to Mara's Kitchen. Today we are doing my mom's recipe of cornbread that she got from a Yankee cookbook, but with a little bit of a Mary twist. So we're going to start with a half cup of sugar. The recipe calls for like a cup of sugar. I put a sugar in just enough to give it a little bit of, a titch of sweetness. You don't want too much sweetness. So, because it's cornbread, it's not sweet bread. So let's add 2 eggs. And we're going to mix that together. And then we're going to add our oil and 1.5 cup of milk after we get this all blended together. A tablespoon of oil, or you can do a melted butter, but it has to be a tablespoon. Either way, mix that in, and then stir in 1.5 cups of milk. I'm using whole milk. I think it gives it a nice, robust texture, flavor. And then, lastly, we're going to put in our flour mixture and cornmeal, because you can't have cornbread without cornmeal. So we have 2 cups of flour. We're going to add 3 teaspoons of baking powder. And then we're going to do 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Now, if you don't want to guess, then take out 1/4 teaspoon and put 3 of them in there. Me, I just do less than a teaspoon because it equals out in the wash. Okay. As usual, let's put our flour in here. Sift, 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 sift. I love these little hand sifters. It saves instead of the sifters that you have to push like that. And mix in flour. Not too well, because then we're going to add the last ingredient, 1 cup of cornmeal. Now you can stir it as much or as little as you want. I will say that if you whip it instead of just blend your ingredients for cornbread, it will make your cornbread nice and big and fluffy. A little bit more airy, so you will have like little mini holes in it, but I prefer a very fluffy cornbread, so I tend to whip. Because I don't like heavy cornbread. You want this to be a nice, light addition, that once it comes out of the oven, nice and hot, you just put some butter and you are in cornbread heaven. And that's the consistency you want. Beautiful, beautiful batter. Now we're going to put it in a 9x9. And remember to spray your 9x9 with cooking oil. And we're going to cook this for about 30 to 40 minutes. If it wasn't gross to eat the batter, I'd probably eat it because it looks nice. Hey, bacon time! Spread evenly in your pan. I push up the edges because the center will, cook up the most. Ready to bake. We'll check it at the 20 mark. And there's Mama's cornbread, nice and fresh out of the oven, waiting for a slab of butter. Thanks for joining us today on Mira's Kitchen. Don't forget Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Happy baking!